YouTube, Christine here, Skinny Brick to Be. This is sort of an update, but sort of not really. Many of you will know that I've been doing the Pound of Cure, the Dr. Viner book, where you increase the amount of vegetables that you eat, etc., and decrease meat and dairy and stuff like that. Well, one of the things that he particularly suggests is that you stop using, artificial sugars, sweeteners, in fact, processed sugar almost in any degree, etc., and just try to get back to the basic sweetness that you can get from fruit, etc. Well, my husband, bless him, he sort of just follows my lead. If I eat strange things, then he eats strange things, etc. And he's always willing to try something new, etc., and just supports me all the time. But he's never ever really had any serious weight problem. His weight in the past has perhaps gone up a stone, down a stone, but he's always kept it within a reasonable range, etc. But he has got, or had got, a very sweet tooth. He'd gravitate towards the biscuits, the chocolate. Loved chocolate, even though it gave him a headache, etc. Anything sort of sweet, he'd always sort of go for. Never when I first met him. I don't think he could even remember the last time he'd eaten an orange when I first met him. Mind you, that was 30 years ago. Now he eats oranges every day. Anyway, he's followed me into this Pound of Cure way of life. And every year I make a Christmas cake, which for you Americans who may not know what a British Christmas cake is like, it's a very, very rich fruit cake with icing and marzipan on it, etc. Well, there was a lot of it left over because I really don't eat much cake anyway, and if I did I'd have an inch square and that would be my lot. But I made it as much for him and visitors, etc. So there was a lot left over, but one of the things that this really rich fruit cake does surprisingly well is freeze. And so I cut it into sort of normal slices, wrapped it all in cling film, put it in a plastic box, etc., and shoved it in the freezer and forgot about it. Well, the other day my husband said, Cole, I really fancy something sweet. And I said, well, if you're really desperate, I said, there's some Christmas cake still in the freezer. So he dutifully trotted outside and brought in 2 pieces, and I sort of smirked at him and said, 2 pieces? And he said, I thought I might like a second piece after I'd had the first piece. Well, anyway, he put 1 piece in the fridge and let the other piece thaw out. And later on that day, he had the piece of Christmas cake. And I sort of asked him, he said, yum, it tasted just like it did when it sort of went into the freezer. So about an hour later, I saw him disappear out to where our main big freezer is, etc. And I said, what are you doing out there? And he said, I'm putting that other piece back in the freezer. He said, because it was too sweet. Now, for him to actually say that something is too sweet means that his taste buds really must have changed. So, gee, something's working. Just thought I'd share. It's only a silly story, but hey, it's a sort of non-scale victory of a sort, and certainly a tick for Pound of Cure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Maybe junk, but hey, hope it gave you some info. Bye, folks.